Which quote is most improved by tacking here, in the middle of this Olive Garden to the end of it? Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears, I come to bury Caesar, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Properly thematic means an upvote from me, pal. I ordered a salad and sat down to wait, and when it arrived on a white china plate, I saw that a dagger was plunged in my snack. I don't really get it. I'm not going back. You come to me here, and you ask me for a favor, on this, the day of my daughter's wedding here in the middle of this Olive Garden? They made me a salad that I couldn't refuse. Look what they've done to my breadsticks. Just when I thought I was out, they brought me more breadsticks. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you, I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you, I will find you, and I will kill you here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Weirdest product placement of all time. Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden? Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. This didn't even cross my mind. I already posted one as a top comment, but I'll put it here since it's relevant. You could not live with your own failure, and where did that bring you? Back here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Thanos after having out-eaten the Avengers on endless salad and breadsticks 5 years prior. Thor has been training particularly hard for this rematch. He should have gone for the bread. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. The line must be drawn here. This far, no further. Here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Ah Kirk, my old friend. Do you know the Klingon proverb that tells us revenge is a dish that is best served cold? It is very cold here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Do it? Dan, I'm not a Republic serial villain. Do you seriously think I'd explain my masterstroke if there remained the slightest chance of you affecting its outcome? I did it 35 minutes ago here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I am tired of Earth, these people. I'm tired of being caught in the tangle of their lives, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. In less than an hour aircrafts from here will join others from around the world and you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interests. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July and you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution. But from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win today, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today we celebrate our Independence Day. Here, in the middle of the Olive Garden. I was born a poor black child here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. He had unlimited breadsticks for life. No man with an infinite quantity of any item can be called poor here in the middle of this Olive Garden. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Wait, stop. That's a load-bearing roof collapsing noises. Reggie in shambles. In shambles is the natural state of that sub, I love it. Aurora Borealis? Here? At this time of year? Localized entirely here, in the middle of this Olive Garden? May I see it? No. Well, Seymour, you are an odd fellow, but I must say you steam a good ham, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Seymour. The Olive Garden's on fire. No mother, it's just the Northern Lights. Here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Help. Here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. LLLLP. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. We did not have relations on the table in the corner. We did not in the booth near the kitchen. We especially didn't use breadsticks as marital aids. We did not do it in a bed, we did not do it with some bread, we did not do it in a booth, we did not do it, that's the truth, we did not do it here or there, we did not do it anywhere, we did not grind, nor shake, nor slam, not in this Olive Garden, ma'am. Shit. I thought this was up on for your sprog for a second. Be not afraid of greatness, some are born great, some achieve greatness and some have greatness thrust upon them, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Our arrows will blot out the sun. Then we will fight in the shade, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Spartans. Tonight we dine in hell, here in the middle of this Olive Garden. No need to be redundant. It's over, Anakin, I have the high ground, here in the middle of this Olive Garden. You underestimate my power, here in the middle of this Olive Garden. Don't try it here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. You were the chosen one. You were meant to destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I hate you, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Get busy living or get busy dying, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Some birds are not meant to be caged, that's all. Their feathers are too bright, their songs too sweet and wild. So you let them go, or when you open the cage to feed them they somehow fly out past you. And the part of you that knows it was wrong to imprison them in the first place rejoices, but still, the place where you live is that much more drab and empty for their departure, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France, we shall fight on the seas and oceans, we shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air, we shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Operation Market Olive Garden. fourscore and 7 years ago our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth was without form, and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Jesus wept, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Parmesan 1135. This is one small step for man. One giant leap for mankind. Here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Gives new meaning to unlimited breadsticks. Confirmed heaven is actually an Olive Garden. God is dead. God remains dead. And we have killed him, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Nietzsche edit, thanks for gold smile. Don't tempt me, Frodo, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. One ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all. And in the darkness bind them, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. If I had a gun with 2 bullets and I was with Hitler, Bin Laden, and Toby, I would shoot Toby twice, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I have had it with these mother duck and snakes, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Mother duck and Olive Garden.